So, being an adult and trying to maintain a regular tricking schedule is hard, or at least it's hard for me. So, I really try to optimize all the things that I can control, like my sleep and my diet. And I bring that up just because everything going into the session didn't go perfectly. So, I've been trying to solve the mystery as to why I was able to perform better than usual despite everything kind of not going to plan. So, to backtrack a little bit, last week I got sick and a little depressed and was just kind of disappointed with what life had to offer. I was looking for external validation, and I realized if I kept doing that, I was probably going to keep getting disappointed. And coincidentally, I stumbled onto this podcast called The Psychology of Your 20s, and although I'm not in my 20s anymore, I felt that there was some good stuff in here, particularly episodes about self-confidence and being your authentic self. I'm not really going to try to summarize it, but I will leave a link in the description for anyone who wants to check it out. But a main takeaway for me is that I have a lot of agency over my own self-confidence and therefore my own happiness. What I was doing in this session was essentially telling myself that dubs were easy, and then they sort of became easy, and I wasn't just giving up, I was really troubleshooting the tech. Master Scoot dub has been really inconsistent for me, and here are some recent examples of me failing them. But in this case, I really tried to set that Arabian hard to dig really hard, and I found that I was hitting a really good position. So I decided that I was just going to rip the dub and that it was going to be easy, and I got pretty close. So I decided, okay, let's just land it this time, and I did. And I tried to combo it with that newfound confidence, and it didn't quite work. I was just a little bit tired at that point, but they still felt good, and I didn't hesitate about throwing them. So the difference between this clip of me not landing a dub and this clip of me landing was that I was just gonna do it, and that it was going to be easy. So if you're looking for a more technical tip, it would be to land a strong 1.5 where you're landing fairly upright, and then you should be good to rip your dub. Secondary tip for cart dubs specifically is to throw your hips back the way you came from. We've jokingly been calling it the Phoenix pose, but it's probably just blocking. Quick little tangent, I was telling my friends how I don't like throwing hooks mid-combo because I like trying to find alternate ways of transitioning tricks, so here's a rare case of me doing it, and you'll probably never see me do that again.
There's your hook kick combo.
Not sure how, but this kind of hurt my back, so I gotta be a bit more careful.
I hurt my back. Why did that hurt my back?
Anyway, there's a lot of unprofessional self-exploration, psychological stuff in this video, and by no means am I saying that you should just believe that you can do a dub and then do it, especially if you've never tried one before or are still struggling with a regular single. There's going to be no substitute for drilling, repping, and putting in the work. But hey, if you're close or struggling to get things consistent, then maybe a bit of self-belief in the form of some positive affirmations and the belief that the trick that you're doing is easy and doable, that might just be the extra little bit of sauce that you need to land whatever it is you're trying to land.